Hi, I'm Diane Drain, a bankruptcy attorney and law professor. I want to talk a little bit about Chapter 13s. People call my office and they need bankruptcy and they think they've already determined what it is works best for them. And they may very well have. I understand. And I'm smiling when I find that somebody has taken time to educate themselves. But there's some misconceptions between what a Chapter 13 does and a Chapter 7. So a Chapter 7 is typically just a very quick bankruptcy. You're in and out. The credit card bills, the medical bills are taken care of. If you're surrendering a house or a car, that debt goes away. You still own the item until such time as they repossess it. But Chapter 7 usually runs for 3 to 6 months, maybe a little longer depending on the kinds of property that you own. Whereas a Chapter 13, people use a Chapter 13 for many, many reasons. First could be that their income is too high. It's called the median income test, and too complicated to get into here, but just understand if you've got a lot of income, you're not going to qualify for a Chapter 7. Then they file a Chapter 13 because of their house. There could be many issues on the house. It could be that they had a brief time where they couldn't afford to make the payments and they're behind now. They're back to work again. Things are good. They just can't catch up on the back payments. So they can use a 13 to keep the new payments current while they catch up on the back payments. Perhaps they've got a second mortgage on that house and the house is worth less than what's owed to the first mortgage. In that particular case, we can use a 13 to get rid of the second mortgage. That's called a lien strip. Maybe they have a car, then the car has a loan on it. Depending on the age of the loan, they might be able to reduce the debt down to what the car is worth, because almost always our cars are worth less than what we owe against them. That's called a cram down. They may owe back child support or alimony. They can use a Chapter 13 to catch that up. They may owe back taxes. Principal and interest, they're extremely disastrous outside bankruptcy, but fortunately inside bankruptcy we can take control of that. And so for that 3 to 5 year window, they bring all their taxes current. Meanwhile, of course, they keep their taxes current. Now, I will tell you Chapter 13s are complicated. My guess is probably less than 50% are ever successful, and that's because people have changing circumstances. Think about yourself. Could you predict that for a 3 to 5 year window that you can lock down your expenses and your income such that you don't have any kind of loss? Probably not. Most of us cannot. So 13s are extremely challenging. Those who try to do it on their own, I'm told by the bankruptcy court that less than 2% are ever successful. And it's not because the individual who's trying to do it on their own isn't committed. It's just because it's so complicated. So I hope that this summary is helpful in you being able to see at least a little bit of how Chapter 13 works in a comparison with Chapter 7. You take care. My best to you.